agenda for today is going to be the following: welcome, reflection, emotional content, singing a song. As you can see, we are going to sing a new song. By this song I walk. This is the song related with the reading American Indians. And because we are going to finish today, we are going to start to learn this other song. Time to read American Indians. We are going to finish our reading and we are going to complete our exercises. In contents, in our student book, we are going to study the content, the topic, two and enough. It's going to be a page because we have the evaluated activity, practice book, and the point number 9, the evaluated activity. I will explain with an example how is it gonna be. And the last step is gonna be question and answer. Remember that if you have a question, you can use the chat to type me, to ask me, and I will answer you. Let's start.
Hello my dear students, today we are gonna welcome to my class. Today is, let me see, it's Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. This is the day, and today we are gonna have a different class. I will explain what is gonna be the evaluated activity consists on. I will say some examples of this. And we are gonna learn about the use of to and enough, and also we are gonna finish our reading American Indians. And I have a surprise for you for the song. By the song I walk is a new song. This is a song representative for the American Indians reading. I need you try to listen, and after vacation we are gonna sing it. Let's enjoy it.
The reflection for today is gonna be an invitation for you. It says, don't wait for everything to be perfect before you decide to enjoy your life. We have to prioritize. You, like a kid, like a children, you have to decide to enjoy the things that you are doing, enjoy your life, and this is gonna give you the success. The success you are gonna have it, you are gonna change if you enjoy the things that you are doing. This is my wish, this is my invitation to you, that you have to enjoy the things that you are making, that you are doing, and you are going to obtain very good results. We are going to continue with our class with the emotional content. Today we are going to work on a specific expression, a specific word that we have to represent in our life. It's going to be about honesty. Let's watch the video and the explanation about this word.
Honesty means acting uprightly, according to what one thinks is correct. Honest people display the following behaviors. They think and reason about the right things to do and want, and carry them out. They act accordingly to their conscience, not according to social pressure. They tell the truth. Their thoughts, words, and actions are coherent. They respect the norms and laws associated with coexistence, as well as contribute to the common good. They respect others. They can be discreet and protect others' privacy. They inspire confidence. They are loyal to people and their ideals. They feel authentic and free. Honesty is built up by showing yourself as you really are, for example, on social media. It is also developed by honoring others for their positive qualities and for their actions in favor of the common good.
Well, the video was shared by Universidad de Navarra, And it talks about honesty, that we have to respect each other, respect the belief of others, respect the privacy. And if you are loyal, you are gonna be honest. That is our emotional content. You have to be honest, all of us. Thank you. We are gonna continue our class. After we watch the video about truth and honesty, we are gonna listen the song by the song I Walk. As you can see here is the page 103 reading packs, and this is the song related with the unit number 4 that we are gonna finish today, American Indians. And this song it's an Indian song. I need to listen today before vacation, and you are gonna learn, and we are gonna learn, we are gonna sing after vacation. On today I didn't add lyrics because it's very important that you have to listen today, and after we are gonna add the lyric. Oh, listen please. Remember that this is gonna help us to pronounce better our English.
From falling, I'm looked upon by the song I walk. Crystal Rock teaches me by the song I walk. Bluebird sounds before me by the song I walk. Cornfield sounds behind me by the song I walk. By means of pollen, a strong step. By this song I walk. By this song I walk.
In another class, we are gonna check it out. What is talking about this song? It's a very beautiful song. It's an awesome song. I want to learn. I want to listen. And after vacation, we are gonna sing it. We are gonna continue with our class. Remember, today we are gonna listen again our story or reading the last pages, and then we have to complete the page from the exercises reading, the reading exercises. Well, here we are. We are going to continue with our reading of American Indians, page 49. It says there. But first of all, we have to find the last concept, the last keyword, that it's heritage. What is the meaning of heritage? It says something passed down through the generation. For example, the culture, the costumes, or grandparents taught to our parents, and they are gonna teach us, or they teach us their costumes, and we are gonna pass it to our son or our daughters. Well, this is the meaning of heritage. And what we have on page 49, we have the reading packs, the reading from Trader and Communication. I need to take out, and we are gonna continue. Well, we are gonna listen the last part of this reading. Let's listen.
American Indian. Men wore loincloths. The women wore short skirts made of fibers and sometimes deerskin.
Let's continue.
Trade and communication. Many Native Americans traded goods and services with each other. They exchanged items like tobacco and salt. Sometimes they traded stones and metals. At one time, Native Americans spoke 300 different languages in North America. Some Native Americans communicated through writing. They drew pictures or symbols on animal skins, stone, or bark. Some groups used sign language. Others used smoke signals or drum signals to send a warning when danger was coming. How life changed. The federal government forced many Native Americans out of their lands. It also forced them to sign treaties transferring their land. Many Native Americans had to live on reservations. These are areas of land set aside by the federal government only for Native Americans. Today, many Native Americans still live on reservations. Others have moved to cities and towns. Many still practice their traditions and continue to speak their native language. To them, it is important to maintain their Native American heritage.
Well, as we can listen, that is the difference between South American of they are Indians and are Indians, because here in our country it is maybe only 1% for Indian people that live here. But in the United States, it's true that the federal government uh, took on this case their houses, and they have to move it on the reservation. And what are reservation? There are specific regions that they live on, or they have to live on. Today, on the present, they live on these regions, on the reservations, and others move it to the city or lands. But it's very important to say that they have, or they are trying to maintain their Native American heritage, their costumes. Well, pages 50 and 51. The page 50 I will explain, and where you have to chat, you have to type on the chat the correct answer. It says, page 50. Choose the correct answer. Number 1. Native American of the eastern woodlands had villages near the desert, in the mountains, near lakes and rivers, or in the snow. You can type the correct answer here on the chat. Number 2. Teepees were made with wooden poles and birch bark, bison hides, cotton cloth, or tree leaves. Number 3. Irrigation systems were developed to travel to other villages, to fish for food, to hunt animals, or to get water for crops. Number 4. At one time, Native Americans in North America spoke the same language, lived in the same region, spoke 300 different languages, or built the same houses. On the letter B, you are going to write the critical thinking questions in complete sentences. You have to try to answer those 2 sentences. Page 51. I want you try to complete this chart because it's a summarizing of all the reading that we had read before. It says, use the graphic organizer to summarize the information about the Native American of the different regions. It says region Northwest, Eastern Woodlands, Great Plains, Southwest, California Intermountain. What are we gonna do? We are gonna divide every information, every fact. For example, the food source, it was different from Northwest to California Intermountain. The homes and the clothing. Well, with this we finish our reading. We already listened the song of this reading. By this song I walk, and then after vacation we are gonna start to read about An immigrant inventor. You can start to find information about this very important person that lived in the United States too and changed our life. Well, let's continue with our student book. Well, we are going to continue with our student book, our class. Today we are going to study two and enough. This kind of expression always says it has a lot of meaning on Spanish. We have to know that two, it can be an adverb, enough, it can be an adjective, adverb, and noun. And we are going to start with two, like the number two. Two, it can be an adverb. It can be también, demasiado, muy, además, por otra parte. It has a lot of meaning, as you can see. on Spanish, but the context is gonna give us the correct meaning of. And enough, it can be an adjective. It can be suficiente or bastante if it is an adjective. It can be an adverb, suficientemente, bastantemente. It can be a noun, that in this case is sustantivo, la abundancia. But in this case, I want to explain you because I was finding this information, and it says, and I want you check it out this. In the case of two, more than is needed or wanted. Enough, as much as is necessary or needed. Two. Two is going to be first, and after it can be an adjective or an adverb. Enough is going to be a then, and before that is going to be an adjective or an adverb. For that reason, I will explain only this because I want you to check it out. This is going to be the class related with. And here we have the page 42. On page 42, student book, we have the song My Dreams. What are we gonna do? It says listen and number. Let's listen.
Track 28. Listen and number. My dreams.
I dream of being a soccer star, but I'm afraid I won't go far. Go for...
Well, this is the first paragraph of the song. I dream of being a soccer star, but I'm afraid I won't go far. Next, number 2.
You'll be just fine. You're good enough. Give it a try. But I'm too short and I'm too slow. I can't succeed. I'll never be a pro. Don't give up. Don't walk away. You can do it. Now go and play. Hey, this is fun. I didn't know. I'm fast enough. I'm not too slow. We're so glad you played today. Way to go. Hip hip hooray.
Well, one more time, if you couldn't do it, I will play it again. Please pay attention. I want to stop.
Track 28. Listen and number. My dreams.
I dream of being a soccer star, but I'm afraid I won't go far. Go for it. You'll be just fine. You're good enough. Give it a try. But I'm too short and I'm too slow. I can't succeed. I'll never be a pro. Don't give up. Don't walk away. You can do it. Now go and play. Hey, this is fun. I didn't know. I'm fast enough. I'm not too slow. We're so glad you played today. Way to go. Hip hip hooray.
Well, on this song we have example of using to and enough, but here I think that here you are gonna understand. We have a rule of thumb. What is a rule of thumb? It's a grammar rule. It says he's too fat. He's not tall enough. As you can see, to is before the adjective, and here the adjective is beginning, or before, sorry. The adjective is before enough. But what we have, it says, look at and number the statements. Look at and number the statements. The number 1, look at this. Look at this picture. What is going to be the meaning of? Please chat, type on the chat. The answer is going to be he's too fat. He's not strong enough. She's not tall enough. She's not old enough. He's too tall. She's too old. Number 1. He's too tall. I will say the name of people or the person that say the correct answer. The number 2. He's too fat. The number 3. Look at the picture. She's not tall enough. The number 4. She's not old enough. The number 5. He is not strong enough. And the number 6. Very good. She is, oh, sorry. Let me see. Well, she is too old. She is too old. I was checking because I thought that this picture, she, on this case she was a little girl, but as you can see here, she's too old. Well, page 39, practice book, page 39. On the next class, I will summarize about this content and I will show you some exercises. We are gonna go to page 39, practice book. Let me see. And we are gonna discover what kind of exercises we have. Sorry. It's the practice book. Take up your practice book and open on page 39. 32, 33. Remember that these pages we already finished the last classes, some classes ago. You have to fulfill, you have to complete. And if you have a question, you can ask me. Well, we are here on page 39. And what we have here, we have antonyms. What are antonyms? There are opposites. The antonyms in Spanish son los opuestos. On this case, what we have here, we have to know the meaning of. What is the opposite of young? ¿Cuál es el opuesto de joven? You are gonna write here. And the rule of thumb says to first and adjective then. In the case of enough, verb be plus not plus adjective, and finally the expression enough. What is gonna be the opposite of short? What is gonna be the opposite of big? What is gonna be the opposite of if? For example, here young, old. Easy, difficult. Heavy, you are gonna write it. Hot, fast, weak, or cheap. Cheap, expensive. Write 2 sentences using word from activity 1. The boy is too young. He is not old enough. I'm sorry, you have to be over 18. Well, on this case, you are gonna write sentences with to and enough. Remember the rule, and you are gonna use this vocabulary. Remember the rule. In the case of to, first to and after the adjective. In the case of enough, verb be plus not plus adjective plus enough. Well, look at the picture, and it's time to explain what is gonna be the evaluated activity for today. Very important, remember that it's not necessary to send me today, but if you have difficulties, you are going to have the same score, the same grade. We are not going to evaluate the punctuality and not the auto-evaluation. All of you have the point of the auto-evaluation because I see that you are making a good job. But I will explain the part of video of evaluated activity. Please pay attention.
Well, this is the part of evaluated activity. I want to tell you that I won't evaluate the punctuality, no, and I won't evaluate the auto-evaluation. All of you have the point of the auto-evaluation because I see that you are making a big effort. And the punctuality we are not gonna evaluate because these are open activities. In other words, in Spanish, I was playing I am saying to you that no evaluaré la puntualidad, chicos, chicas. Yo en ese apartado me equivoqué. La puntualidad no se evalúa en estas actividades porque son actividades abiertas. Así es de que obviemos ello. Al igual que la autoevaluación, todos tienen el punto ganado ya que estoy viendo el gran esfuerzo que están realizando. Well, I will explain what is going to be the evaluated activity consists. It says 6 flashcards. Son 6 flashcards. Lo puedes hacer las 6 flashcards explicando o realizando una oración en comparativo y una oración en superlativo de lo mismo objeto. Va a ser bien sencillo. For that reason I use in Spanish to you understand. Well, look at me. I have here my Gus from Star Wars and I have here my Superman and Gus. I will say the first sentence, the comparative sentence example. Voy a usar una oración en comparativo de estos dos personajes, el fantasma y Superman, el hombre de acero. Vamos a ver una oración en comparativo. Haré la siguiente. Más alto. Diré, el fantasma es más alto que Superman. En inglés, the Gus is taller than Superman. Esa es la oración en comparativo. Ahora el superlativo, the Gus is the tallest superhero that I have. El fantasma es el superhéroe más alto que yo tengo. En este caso, yo creo que es villano. Yo no he visto esta película. Vamos a hacer otra oración con estos mismos. Voy a utilizar el más pequeño. Escuchen. Superman is shorter than Gus. Superman es más pequeño que el fantasma. In this case, Superman is the shortest superhero that I have. En otras palabras, Superman es el superhéroe más pequeño que yo tengo. Superlativo, comparativo. Comparo los dos o más de dos, o superlativo es el más. Vamos a utilizar otro ejemplo. Veamos aquí. Mira lo que tengo aquí. I have a carrot, I have a hamburger. I will say, the carrot is more delicious than a hamburger. This is a comparative sentence. La zanahoria es más deliciosa que la hamburguesa. Ahí he comparado los dos. Superlativo. The carrot is the most healthy food that I eat. La zanahoria es la comida o el alimento más saludable que he probado. El más saludable de todos, ¿verdad? Well, that's my explanation. You can write it. You can write your sentence on a flashcard and you can send me your audio and show me the picture. Thank you.